This chair is quite a bit cleaner than when I originally started out. You can see how black this rail here is. And you see the webbing has broken. You can see how black this is. A lot of the chair was black like this. And this wood was, a lot of it was black. These chairs had been sitting outside for about a year and they collected a lot of mold. The first step was to spray wet and forget on the chairs. My cousin did a good job of doing that periodically. This stuff only works well when it stays kind of damp, so the best time to do it is in the fall or right after a rain. But once the sun dries it off, it has to be resprayed. It will work again when it rains again. I told her to put them in the garage and spray them in there, and so she did that, and that cleaned up a lot of the mold. But it takes a long time, several weeks or if not months. This 2-quart bottle is $20 at Walmart, and this is a gallon of concentrate, which makes 6 of these bottles, and you can get that for $30. At the Walmart here in Richmond, Virginia, they have this wet and forget in 3 different spots. So I didn't know about the refill until I searched it. Once I got these as clean as I could with wet and forget, I took them to the car wash. I thought it would get all of this off, but it only got about 1/3 of the black off, so these things were still really dirty. When I got them back from the car wash, I sprayed them again with the wet and forget, and that lightened them up even more, but not enough to my satisfaction. So then I went to Harbor Freight and got this pack of multiple grit sandpaper, and I started sanding, and that helped a lot. The roughest is 60 grit, and so I started with that. I took small pieces, and you can do this back and forth when you got 2 hands like that. And you can see it cleaned it up really nice. So once I used the 60 or the 80, depending on what I needed, then I went to the 100 and 150. There's also a 220 to finish with. I wasn't looking for perfection, just something so the stain would look nice. This is what I'm putting on. It's Bare Premium Transparent Waterproofing Wood Finish, and this is cedar. This will last probably 1 to 3 years without needing recoating. And the reason why this is better to use is because the polyurethane and the spar urethane products will tend to peel. This actually soaks into the wood and protects the wood. You could also use Thompson's Water Seal. It protects the wood from getting wet, and so it should protect the mold from growing back to a great degree. I did think about mixing a can of cedar with a can of clear, but it's $20 a can, so I just went with the cedar. Here you can get a good look. I'm in the process of painting it, and I'm going to show you here in a minute how I fixed this webbing. I brought it inside to work on because it was too dark outside to paint. So basically I painted the edges and these feet, and then I painted the bottom. Now I'm going to show you what came to me last night. I was wondering how to fix all this, and I found some round toothpicks and a drill bit that was the same size, so I drilled, let's see, okay, I don't know if if you can see very well, but I positioned these where I wanted to secure it, and I drilled a hole through both of them. And then what I'll do is dip this toothpick into some epoxy that I got at Harbor Freight. But I'll dip the toothpick, and then I'll push the toothpick in and break it off at the bottom and pull it back just a hair. And then I'll break this top off and push it in just a hair, and then I'll weight this down and let it dry, and that should secure this webbing. Now some of them were long enough to fit back into the holes, but most of them had shrunk a 1/16 to a 1/4 of an inch. You can see I got that one there, and this one here. So it's not perfect, but it is going to keep them in line. This one here was too short to do that, and so I've got an extension I'm going to glue on there and try to fit that into the hole. Once I got the extensions into those holes, then I got matchsticks in them. I'm going to dip the matchsticks in this epoxy and stick them back in, and then break them off. That's underneath the arm, so that won't show too much. Okay, I'm trying to get these rails a little bit brighter, and this 100 grit is working pretty good. I'm going to just go back and forth like that, and then right here I got a tiny little piece that I went back and forth to brighten all this up. Here where these are broken, I'm going to put toothpick dowels in the sides here to hold it. I see there was a nail originally. There's a picture of the toothpick dowels. I'll glue them in with epoxy. Alright, I got all this webbing fixed and painted over it. By the time you paint over it, it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty amazed. And this spot that I fixed down here where everything was broken, it's looking really, really good too. So this chair is almost finished. I just gotta finish this strapping, and I'll do that now. Okay, I got that fixed. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And that's a chair. Can't wait to use it.